Well, hello there folks, and welcome back to what is us today, continuing on with our must get boss drop series. So we're on number 3 this time round, and let us jump straight into this. And today we are starting at the Castle of Glass, and specifically with this shard golem, because if you want some mirrors in your house, apparently there's a couple of mirrors that drop from it. A little bit further into the map, you'll come across this Chihuli boss, or however the heck you're meant to say that, where there's what I can only describe as shard items. There's like a shard armor, there's a helm and staff to go with it, so there's a complete set you can get, and I thought it was quite cool. AC tagged, could be worth having a look at. Join Castle Tunnels for the Blood Dragon drops, and there are some pretty quirky wings, but again we're here because there is some treasure chest house items and also Tana's birthday cake. So if you're collecting up birthday cakes for your house, there's another one you can add to your collection. Join Cathedral for the incarnation of Glitch's Scythe, which is this massive thing here, which is essentially a glitchy death monster. And as you can see, you can get this scythe dropping from it. So maybe something, if you've never picked it up before, you could think about. Join Camlan for the doomed Camlan set. It drops from either of the bosses you can see on screen. And sadly, however, they are not AC tagged this time around, which is a shame because I do actually believe that is really quite a nice looking set. Still could be worth picking up though if you're particularly taken by them. Next up, we're at castleeblana. We all know rather disappointingly you weren't actually able to get this boss's drops in the sense of its armor, etc. and it was instead added into an AC shop as you had to physically pay for them. But it is worth mentioning that you can actually still get it in your house if you'd like it. And there's some cool like butterfly things that can fly around next to you, as well as a little mist. So there are some nice drops that do still drop from that monster. On to yet another map you've only just been along to recently, and as you can see, this Thundersnow boss right here has got some very blue themed items, of course, because it's thundery, it's snowy, etc. All AC tagged, and although we're in the middle of summer, before you know it, we'll probably be round at Frostal yet again, so maybe some things to add in for the future. Castleeinvasion is our next map, and into the throne room, which really doesn't have much success for Swordhaven, to be honest with you. Lord Balax'el will drop for you some infernal items, specifically the Pact Tagonal Knight set, so maybe something again worth picking up. Sadly, that is an AC tags, but a couple of the items were. Some ShadowFlame drops over at Join Brightchaos, so you need to go along and find the Blight. And when you do, you'll notice there is quite a few different items that drop. The ShadowFlame Spellsword is actually a really nice armor, and again, it is gutting, it is an AC tag. However, if any of these do particularly take your fancy, they may be worth using up a special inventory slot. Although for me personally, maybe a weapon and the armor, and that's probably where I'd end up leaving it. Brightfortress is our next location, where we're going to move on to the blinding Caladbolg drops in just a moment. But if you do go along to this version of Nilgath, there is this portal to Worried Twilly, which I can only but presume is a house item. In the room to the right, we have got the Paragon of Light. Now this one is tagged as legend. That could be the room that has restricted access. If that's not the case and you can walk freely in, there are also some free player items that will drop from this boss. But you have got the blinding Caladbolg. What a mighty weapon that is. A little bit further down is the Bright Spear of Light, but we have got the dual blinding Caladbolgs, which we'll talk about a little bit more in just a moment, because they are one of the hardest items, believe it or not, to get in the game, and that is because of their drop rate. And if you have a little look here, a 0.1% drop rate, so that's like finding the runes back in the day. That could take a little while, 1 in 1,000 chances, if my maths is correct. Our next map is the Brokenwoods, and on your way to the boss, you'll see this hive, and the hive does drop an armor and helm in case you want them. But once you get there, there is an Eldritch boss. For you, this has got a wide variety of diabolical items. The vast majority are house items, but we will get on to some actual diabolical kind of armor in just a moment's time. There's a really cool fountain. I presume it would be animated, as well as like the flame torch thing you just saw there. The diabolical Warden set does drop. It is a really nice one, all AC tags, so this one is definitely going along and picking up. At least then you have that unlimited storage if you would like to use it. Plenty of helms as always, and a quirky little tail plus sword at the end. The Corrupted Skyguard Captain Armor, this one is Legends only, and if you do head along to Dash Join Bunker and go down to the boss right at the bottom, you can pick up this nice little Corrupted set right here, which I do really like. It is something totally different, however, like I say, that is for members only. Lastly, and certainly not least, we have got some Star Wars items at the byrodax. So if you go along to that map there, you'll find yourself the Hollow Zorba the back. Drops from that gunky Sneevil boss thing. Anyway, folks, as always, thank you very much for watching. Please do leave the video a like and, of course, subscribe. And I'll see you all again for another one incredibly soon.